Okay, good morning, you lovely New Zealanders, not Aotearoa rights. We're all New Zealanders. We've got 160 cultures living in this country, and we should all be treated absolutely equally, with no special favours to any culture whatsoever. That is called democracy. Okay, what we're doing is we've been discussing Tikanga, which is Maori law, philosophies, religion, beliefs. It's really a set of religious beliefs, in my opinion. We've been going through a book, a chapter of a book by Adam Plover called The Benefits of Colonization, which I hope you all can get a copy of this and read it for yourself. But I'm going through a particular chapter 16 of this book, which is very good about Tikanga. Now, what we need to understand is that there are radical Maori who are trying to introduce Tikanga into New Zealand law and make it part of New Zealand law, which would be an absolute disaster, and we must stop that from happening, because then the judicial system is going to be taken over by radical Maori, and that'll be the end of New Zealand for absolutely certain. Another deeply flawed judge ties his flag to the non-law system of Tikanga rather than to our tried and tested common law is Grant Powell, who, before he became a judge, was deeply involved in acting for claimants to the Waitangi Tribunal. So we've got another judge who joins Joe Williams and Winkleman and all the others. Churchman. One has to wonder whether he was the best choice of the judge to be the case in the Reader and others dated 12th of October 2021, which gave some tribal groups rights of customary marine title to the coast near Tauranga. So what's happening is you've got judges who are acting beyond the law, making up their own law. Powell also ignored the Marine and Coastal Area Act and said that the test of whether the claimants could prove exclusive use and occupation of the claimed area must be viewed through, quote, a tikanga lens that reflects the continuity of customary relationship with the land, unquote. And the nature of tikanga colours the words, thus allowing a lower threshold than the Act, in other words, making up the law as they go along. He really gave this game away and seems to have exposed his own bias when he said that the court must take a protective approach to customary rights and interpret these liberally in favour of Indigenous groups and against the rest of us. Adam Plover goes on to say the Act does not say that. In other words, Powell is just making it up. This judgment is every bit as dodgy as that of Churchman, and does nothing to arrest the rapidly sinking trust in the judiciary by ordinary New Zealanders who have had their traditional rights shafted in so many ways by defective, if not biased, judges. Now, I just want to flick over to John Robinson, who sent me an email just today, and he said this. He tried to post a comment on our website, and he says, at the end, Julian says that Tikanga may soon be law. Sadly, this has already happened. The Supreme Court, which has taken on the role of government, and now writes our law, has made that ruling. This is described in my books Dividing a Nation, A Return to Tikanga, and his other book, Who Really Broke the Treaty. It is hard to understand how far New Zealand has come along the road to separate racist government, which has been clearly set down in the Hei Puapua report to the previous government. Then another person wrote this to me in an email. I bought it too. He's meaning the book by John Robinson called Who Broke the Treaty, and mine turned up yesterday. He bought a copy. As Steve says, the small booklet sets out all the myths. That's John's booklet called Who Broke the Treaty. What really puzzles me is that our government, who must know the truth of New Zealand history and who, presumably, have children and grandchildren, seem to be willing to hand over our country the one they will inherit, to these insane activists who would just ruin everything with their greed for power and control. Let's hope books like this can be bought, read, lent, given to others sufficiently to get the word out to the ignorant, apathetic, and misinformed. He means public. So we have a lot of work to do, and the greatest thing you can do is send the videos that I'm making to other people. Send them to everybody on your address book. That would be the greatest way you could help. Okay, see you tomorrow.